In This Week in Military History, we look back to the War of 1812 and that historic moment as British troops marched on Washington, D.C., setting fire to the White House. On August 24, 1814, in retaliation for the American attack on the city of York in June of 1813, British forces marched into Washington, D.C. on the heels of their victory at the Battle of Bladensburg. Amidst the chaos that ensued, John McDonald and Lewis Machen, young clerks at the time, worked together to save the Senate's papers and move them to the Quaker village of Brookville in neighboring Montgomery County. The British set fire to the Capitol building, destroying the original House chamber. Wooden ceilings came down in chunks and most of the building was left scarred. The stone wall, however, remained. Turning their attention to the White House, staff there did what they could to save as much as possible from the burning and the looting, but many government officials fled before the British Army's arrival and attack, taking refuge in Brookfield in Maryland. Paul Jennings, an enslaved African American, would later publish an eyewitness account of the sacking and was honored by President Obama for his role saving valuable items from the British. The presidential mansion was torched around 11 p.m. that same day after the British sat down in the deserted White House and dined on a meal that had been prepared for expectant American army officers. The occupation of Washington by British forces lasted a total of 26 long, devastating hours and spread beyond to nearby Alexandria, Virginia. The damage done was incredible. The White House was dismantled, the Capitol building torched, and buildings housing the Departments of State and War were also defaced and set ablaze. Join us next time for another segment of This Week in Military History with the Pritzker Military Museum and Library.